Hi, welcome back. Well, this is the bulk of my Mustang collection, as you've seen it previously. Out of interest, that one changed because I thought the Ring Brothers Dragon, you just can't build it that close in game. This is a different car. That one's gone somewhere else. Anyway, they're not the subjects of today. The subjects of today are this orange car here and this mint green car over there, because I had this request that you can see on the screen to do some builds on the Dominator ASP, and I said, okay, as long as you don't mind the builds I already have, because I'm too short of time to change them. And I like them. I think the first build is of more interest to more people, so we're going to do this one first. This is a Roush Mustang, as in fact is the green one you see there, just effectively on top of the roof. And this is a Roush 440A. It's from, I think, 2004. It was 400 horsepower, so that is the 400 part of the 440. And it helped celebrate 40 years of the Mustang at that point, which is the 40 part, so 440A. You can probably guess they decided to make 40. And they were sold, in the end, all through one Florida dealership, I understand. And because in Florida they like convertibles, a huge number of them are convertible. Now, I've seen red, I've seen blue, I've seen this orange, so there were at least 3 other colours to split among the other hardtops. So I shouldn't think there's that many of these in this orange around. But just bear in mind that you can do at least dark blue or red as well. So this is a crew orange, but the other colours could probably be done without a crew colour. Anyway, let's just rattle through the build. On the bumpers, front bumper for this, the aggressor bumper works better down here. It doesn't give you the spotlights, but nor does anything. So primary aggressor bumper. On the back, the stock rear bumper actually really close to what we want. I haven't done any of this under the hood stuff. I generally don't, because I figure I don't see it. But of course you could. For the exhausts, now whilst I may not like the burnt blue tips, the stock dual exhausts are the closest that we have for the exhaust on the car. Now, I can't find a picture of the car that we're working on, but there's a 440A convertible for the rear view, and I'm sure it must have been the same. I hope so. For fenders, both settings for the fenders, a bit unusual for this car, but they're stock. And for the hood, there's no catches. The hood itself, primary race hood, and the reason is this sort of outlet vent here matches quite closely with the one on the Roush car. For the interior, I got it basically standard apart from colouring. We'll talk about colouring in a minute. Lights. I have not looked up to see whether this car has xenon lights or conventional lights. At the moment, I've got it on stock. Sometimes I do a Google and find out what was on them, and if you find out, you can change them. Oh, the livery is the black double race stripe. That works pretty well. There's no louvers. The mirrors are stock as well. There's no mudguards. Your choice of plate. For the respray, then it's a crew colour. It affects all of the outside of the car and the stitching in here. And this is a crew orange. And it's a lovely, bold, vibrant orange. Hex is on the screen, or down below if I forgot to do that. And it works, this hex works really well for any of these really bold, deep, vibrant orange cars. So I would hold on to that hex if I were you. Secondary colour only affects secondary parts, and we don't have any secondary parts. Trim, well, I've got an interior picture, a red one here, and you can see body colour on the inside. So I've got orange here to give some orange paneling, and this is actually putting the thing pretty close. The accent color just ice white for the gauges. Roof is stock. Skirts are stock. There should be some little ridges, but the shape is very close. The spoiler, the primary arrow wing gets really close. Sun strips that we have none. Suspension, I'm on street here. This car can go amazingly low, as we'll see on the next one, but street is pretty close. The trunk is stock. Wheels Oh man, they're just stock. Isn't that easy? So you get a lovely chrome wheel, doesn't cost you anything. There's no tint on the glass. I think the most you'd ever put on is light, but I think none works better. So that completes the build of a Roush 440A. And this is a build I really highly commend to the Mustang collector. Just do the color that you fancy on it. Other builds I think work really well are the Saline, I hope I pronounced that correctly, builds. I know I had a Saline build on here before. I think it's in the 2023 Garage Tour. I did one in dark blue. And of course you got the SVT Cobra R, which is of course the car that it was based the most closely on anyway. So if I had three, they would probably be the three builds I would do. And if that's your favorite build, well, you're probably going now, so please do like the video on the way out. Thanks very much for watching it, and do sub and all the other good stuff. But what if you want this one-off custom one? Well, then I'm afraid I'm going to sort of force you to watch a bit more video. So this is a Mustang Cobra, which I don't think is a Cobra R, and I'm not I love Mustangs, but I don't know enough about them. So answers on a postcard below. But so it's a Mustang Cobra, but it's been heavily customized. I mean, I just love this mint green color. And when I saw the pictures of it whilst looking for cool Mustangs, I just thought, I want this one on my second Mustang. I don't know why I have two Mustangs. Did I buy two? Did I get one free? Who knows? Anyway, let's get started on this. So, front bumpers are stock, rear bumpers. It says secondary street bumper. The important point is street bumper to get the black round here. It could easily be primary. For the exhaust, again, the stock dual exhausts. Stock fenders. And this time, there's no hood catches and it's a stock hood. Interior is all stock. I didn't have interior pictures, but you could consider putting some sort of light green interior in perhaps, but honestly I think it's classiest to leave it as it is. Lights, again, up to you. Now I have xenons in this one, but I say I can't tell you which one's best. There is no livery. There are no louvers. However, we've got painted mirrors, so primary mirrors. No mudguards, of course. Your choice of plate. The respray is a crew colour, and I can't really think there's going to be an alternative GTA colour that's going to get you close to this one. I think I'd skip it if you're not doing crew colours. Secondary is crew on this car, but it literally doesn't matter. Trim, I've just left a dark colour, dark steel, and the accents again are ice white. Roof, carbon. Skirts, stock again. Spoiler, ducktail. I love a ducktail, you know. So that was nice to see. Sun strips, we can't get one with writing, but still black sun strip on there. And suspension, this is where I'm pleased that you can really slam this car down, because you need to for this build. Competition. Stock on the trunk again. Now for the wheels, if you're looking really closely at the pictures, you might be saying, why hasn't he got the mesh in the middle? In fact, when I came to do this video, that's what I thought. I thought, where? Have I got the wrong wheel? No. If we go to track, let's go to Giga Mesh. This wheel, apart from the chrome, is perfect. Split rim nuts and that sort of meshy middle and a nice deep dish. If I could get this wheel paintable all over, this would be the wheel I would pick. But you can't, and I went through them all again thinking I'd made a mistake. I cannot find a wheel with the mesh and stuff that I can paint fully. So maybe I'm blind. If you can find one, put it below. But I actually went for organic type 2 in the street category because I get the correct dish, the ability to paint them. But I do not get split rim nuts, and I don't really get much of a mesh because they're just really double spokes. But I think they evoke the wheel the best. I say, tell me below why I'm wrong. And we want a tint on the glass. Dark smoke, which I don't do often, but seems to work on this particular custom car. I'd love to know down below if you've got one or more of these, what you've built on yours, and whether you consider building either of these cars in preference to what you already have. But there we go. I do love Mustangs. I need to find something else to fill the last corner of the garage. I might wait for GTA Plus, just see if the whole collection's been moved around. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you did. Sub if you think you might like more. And above all, thank you so much for watching.